I think he's talking about the role of the artist in relation to political power.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of what the rapper Lowkey said at the British Library with Akala and Saul Williams a few years ago, that he said that hip hop at its best, at its very best, has challenged power, right? It hasn't supported power. So that's not to say anything about all of hip hop, because you can get different, but we say the very best of hip hop hasn't supported the power. And I think he was criticizing Jay-Z when he made that point. So Camus does the same thing, right? He differentiates, and Orwell does it as well. They all differentiate between different type of art. So Camus quotes Oscar Wilde, who says, I mean, he's got this famous quote, the greatest of all vices is superficiality.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the worst thing about you could be that you're inconsequential, you just rub it. It's just the facade, right? So Camus kind of supports this idea that there are two tiers to art, and Lowkey divided it into music which supports power and music which challenges power. And Wilde kind of divided art between that which is superficial and that which isn't superficial. And then Camus himself speaks of intelligent intelligence and stupid intelligence, and art for art's sake, right? So it's kind of like, it reminds me of that quote by in the song Zionai, Silly Puddy, or Silly Puddy by Zionai, and he says, if you're stupid, it's not art, right? You have to have an intelligence behind there. So that's what I'm getting from Create Dangerously, is that how does your art relate to political power? Is it just a facade that kind of...
Or is it just entertainment?